8.2. In problem involving repeated application of integration by parts, we're gonna use a tabular method. There is a formula that you can use. Okay, so look at the example 2. For example, look at this one. You have a sine to the n. N means some power, some high power. Okay, are you with me? And then sine of ax. For example, I can give you a particular example to be what? Then I can use this. X to the third, sine 4x. Okay? And you can see x to the 7, cosine 5x. Or like x to the 10, e to the x. In this kind of problem, if I do integration by parts, because it has many powers, you have to do integration parts like 3 times, or 7 times, or 10 times. Are you with me? So I don't want to do that many integration by parts. So we actually figured out the formula. So if you have a problem, if you have a settings like this, we can just use the formula. Okay, the tabular. So let's look at the example. Okay. So you have, this is the example 1, only with the 2 power. Okay, x squared. So I only need to do integration by parts 1 time. Are you with me, class? Because it's x squared. First, I'm going to start with simple problem. After that, I'm going to look at the one to the higher power and then just use the formula. So if I have to find integral x squared sine 4x dx using integration by parts. Okay. So tell me what needs to be u and what needs to be dv. So first one, we look at the guidelines, we look at the common integrations. Then with this particular problem, we are going to choose what? U to be x squared and dv to be what? Sine 4x dx. Does everybody agree? Look at your common. Let's go back to the common ones again. Yes. There's a common one they gave you. Do you see the summary of a common integral using integration by parts? They told you. So in this case, again, this is what? Isn't it look like this problem right here? Yours is x squared and sine 4x. So it looks like a common integral, item 1, right? And what does item 1 say? Use what? U to be x to n and dv to be what? Sine or cosine or e to x. Let's look at our example 2. So everybody see why you chose u to be x squared and dv to be sine x, sine 4x. We got that. After you do, and what do you have to do? So you match the pattern. Using a pattern match to find u and find what? Dv. After you find u and dv, and what do you have to do? You have to what? Calculate which one? du, and you have to calculate what? D. That's right. Okay. So u and dv is a pattern match. And then du is what? You calculate by taking a derivative. And you find v by doing a what? Antiderivative of what? dv. If you see problems like this, you have to do integration by parts how many times? Twice. Why? Because which power? This power. If this is a 7th power, how many times do you have to do? 7. Do you want by parts 7 times? No. Do you want it 10 times? No. So they gave you a better way to do it. Okay, so let's look at it. What's the better way? Okay, here's a formula. Okay, first thing first, very first line, you're going to write down, the first line is a positive. Are you with me? You start with a positive. And you're going to write down what u is. What's your u? We chose to be u to be what? X squared. Are you with me, class? Okay. Okay. What's the dv that we chose to be? Sine 4x. Everybody with me? So we just simply write this down. We're not done anything. Just write this down. Okay?
X squared.
So we're going to do sine augmented plus minus. Are you with me? Okay. Okay, so u is x squared. Now take a derivative of x squared. What's that equal to? 2x. Take a derivative of this. What's that equal to? 2. Take a derivative of that. What's that equal to? 0. You can stop. Are you with me, class? So if this is x to the 4, then what do you have to do? X to the 4, 3x squared, 6x, and then what do you do? Keep going until what? You get a 1, 0. So when it is 0, you can stop. Is everybody following me? Okay, the sign is plus minus plus minus. You need to you need to choose correct u and correct dv. You do not choose correct variable, all this thing gonna be what? Wrong. Okay, you need to choose your u right. So u is x squared. Take a derivative of that here, 2x. Take a derivative of that to be what? 2. Take a derivative of 2 to be what? 0. Stop. Now come over here. This is anti-derivative. Remember? All your problem here, you're taking a derivative. What is this one you do here? No, just away, just away. So this time you take a derivative, okay? And this time what do you do? Anti-derivative.
So you get to 0.
So anti-derivative of sine 4x is equal to what? Negative 1/4 cosine 4x. Right? Now take anti-derivative of what? Cosine 4x would be what? Sine 4x times what? 1/4. So that is why when you take anti-derivative over there, okay, that is equal to negative 1/4 times 1/4, and then what? Sine 4x. Okay, so you combine those two, what's that equal to? Negative 16. Okay, take anti-derivative over that, what do you get there? Negative 1/16 times what? Negative 1/4. Okay, this is the same as this one right here, right? It's a repeating. That's the reason that we can use this pattern, because sine and cosine, they're what? Derivative and anti-derivative what? They're inverse to each other. That's why we can use this. You cannot do this to everything. Only sine and cosine and e to the x. That's only 3 things you can do this. Are you with me? Not everything. Only this kind of pattern. So now you have, and then you're gonna do what? Cosine of 4x. So you combine those two together, you get a what? Positive 64. You stop here. Why are you stopping here? Because of what? 0. That's right. Because of the 0. But now, this is how you're going to combine them. So does everybody understand how to do it, right? This is how you're going to combine them. Okay. Just like we said, same thing, right? Positive, and write this down. X squared. Remember your formula is UB minus B. That's your formula, right? So x squared, and then I want you to write down what? This is a BD. What is a B? This is a B, isn't it? Are you in the class? This is a B. You start with a BB and then you take anti-derivative to get a what? B. So you're gonna write down which one. So you're looking one down, not straight, but what? One down. See? Why am I looking at the one down? Because why? This is anti-derivative of what? B, BB. Are you with me? That's why you're looking one down. So you're looking at x squared, and then when you're looking at this, so write down negative 1/4, and then what? Cosine 4x. Well, that's the first one. Now, this part is the one you got to do another integration by parts. So we come up here now. So it says start with which sign? Negative. And what are you writing down? 2x. Again, I'm writing down u times b. Okay? I'm keep doing u times b. So this is my u. What is my b now? this one, isn't it? So write down negative 116 sine 4x. All right, keep going, right? We keep going until what? It's 0, right? Let's go next one. So I want to say, what's the next step? Positive. What am I going to do? 2 times what? Which one now? Which one? You're going to go one down, right? So which one? This one. 30. 1/64. 454. Now, can I stop? I can do one more, which is this one, but what does it matter? 0 times. So 0 times anything is what? 0, so I don't need it. So what's my answer then? That is your answer. So you need to combine this. Negative 2 divided by this is what? 1/8. Positive 1/8.
What's that? Yeah. 2 times 1/64 cosine
2x times negative 1/16 times sine 4x. All right, look at my problem. Okay, look at this. Okay, so x squared sine 4x is equal to what? -4. Are you looking at this? Look at this. What do you do? X squared times what? This. Are you following me? Very first one is what? X squared times -1 cosine 4x. What's that equal to then? -1/4 x squared cosine 4x. What's next one? Wyatt. I start with a negative sign and then multiply by what? 2x times what? -16. So combine those. So 2 times -16. 2 times 16 equal to what? 1/8. But you have a negative sign, and negative sign makes what? Positive. That's why you have a positive. Okay, Anthony, what's next? So I have positive 2 times which one? Okay, I need to start it. My sign is positive, and then multiply by what? 2 with which one? You need to multiply that with which expression? That's right, 1/64. So it'll be 2/64 give you what? 1/32. That's why you have a 1/32. Are you with me? Okay. This is much easier. Are you with me? Instead of doing the integration part twice. Especially if you have a problems like this. How many integration by parts we have to do? 7 of them. Because of their power. Okay, you don't want to do 7 of them. That's a lot of work. So using this formula is much easier. Are you with me, class? Okay.